In today's video, I thought I would do kind of a general overview, first impressions of a range of designer perfumes marketed towards women. I do have about 20% of my audience is women, and I do get asked now and again to talk about women's perfumes. So in this one, it's dedicated solely to that. We're going to have a sniff of a few, and I'm just going to give my kind of general kind of impression of them, see if whether I like them or not. The first one I'm going to give a sniff to is number 5, Chanel number 5 Eau de Parfum. This one I'm actually doing a full review of. I've been wearing it recently, but yeah, we'll give it a spray. This one is this one is the opening is a little bit too much for me. It's very in your face, kind of soapy aldehydic, quite powerful in the opening. And you get this kind of fresh, clean, soapy, aldehydic floral that's just a little bit too much in the opening. But as it dries down, it's actually quite nice, and I quite enjoy the skin scent. I think it's a fragrance more aimed towards the daytime rather than an evening, and probably more suited to kind of spring and summer rather than the colder weather. I think it's versatile in the sense of like dressed up or casual. In general, I think it's okay. Like, I wouldn't complain if I smelled this on a woman. I don't love it, but I don't dislike it, and in general the dry down is quite pleasant, quite cozy. It is a little bit kind of powdery as it dries down, and a little bit vanillic. It's quite pleasant. The opening is just maybe a bit harsh on the aldehydes. In general, I would say if you just want something kind of very clean smelling, then that might be a nice option. It's got an elegance to it as it dries down. It smells a little bit more mature, but not old-fashioned. It's definitely not dated or old-fashioned in my opinion. It remains kind of quite, you know, current in terms of style. I think this kind of smell doesn't really go out of fashion in my opinion. Do I like it? In general, I would say yes. As it dries down, I like it. The opening is just a little bit wacky on the aldehyde for me. The next one we're going to smell is Dior Poison Girl, which looks like this. Dior Poison Girl Eau de Parfum. This one is very strong. It has an interesting kind of fruity, juicy kind of sweetness to it, but it smells quite dark. But in terms of do I like it? Possibly. I'm not sure. I don't have an immediate reaction to oh my god, I love that. But I don't dislike it. It smells a little bit darker, more of a nighttime fragrance, maybe if you were going out in an evening. It's got this kind of dark, more intense kind of fruity floral kind of vibe to it. It's sweet, it's kind of fruity, it's kind of floral, it's just quite intense in the smell. Very feminine. For me, when I smell it, I kind of think that it's a little bit more, maybe more youthful, in the sense that if you're over the age of 30, maybe this one isn't going to quite work as well. It smells more like something that a teenager or a 20-year-old would wear, just as a vibe. Like, obviously you can wear it whenever you want at whatever age, but as a vibe it smells a little bit more, I think maybe because of the sweetness of it, it smells a little bit more kind of a younger audience maybe. To be honest, this kind of smell, the longer that I smell it, I'm not particularly attracted to it. I don't think that would do a whole lot for me. If I smelled a girl wearing that, it wouldn't intrigue me to get closer. I don't kind of feel a pull to this one. And honestly, I feel like you could easily overspray this and it will become kind of cloying and a bit annoying to smell in the air. I think if you own this, maybe be aware to go a little bit lighter on the spray, because if you oversprayed that, I would be quite put off if that was kind of heavy around me. I'd kind of want to move away, to be honest. It is quite potent, so I would go lighter with that. I think less would be more with that one, just, you know, so it's not, yeah, I don't know, that every guy is different, but for me, if that was like in the air quite heavy, I'd probably move away. We're going to go back to Chanel with Coco Mademoiselle. This is the Eau de Parfum. The bottle is lovely, very pretty bottle. I like the bottle. This one has a really nice freshness as you first smell it. It's bright, it's clean, it's fresh. It's not too sweet like that last one was a bit too cloyingly syrupy sweet. This is much fresher, much lighter. It's kind of this kind of musky, kind of floral, kind of fresh, a little bit citrusy. This is very pretty. This is very pretty. I would definitely enjoy this one in the air. I think if a girl was wearing this around me, I would definitely think she smells good. I think it's a really nice smell. What I like about it is that it's not too heavy, it's not too sweet, it's not cloying. It's light, but it's very feminine and it's very pretty. This is very, very tasteful, I would say. Interestingly, when I smell this one, I can almost picture quite a wide age range of people that could pull this off and it smell really good. I think you could wear that in your 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. You know, it would be completely fine in all of those age ranges. And sometimes, this sounds funny maybe, sometimes when I smell a perfume I can imagine a blonde or a brunette pulling it off better. With this one, I can imagine both blondes, brunettes, any kind of person, any kind of age. If you wear this, you're going to smell nice. It's going to smell pretty. It's going to suit almost everybody, I would say. That's kind of the impression I get. If I had a girlfriend and I gave her a hug and she smelled like this, I would be very happy. I think it's lovely. It's kind of comforting and cozy and kind of reassuring for a man to smell it, I mean. It's like, yeah, that's it. It's feminine, but it's not too in your face. It's not too sweet. It's not too loud. But it's elegant. It's charming. It's pretty. It's just really nice. I like that one a lot. I think that's a really nice option. That's my favorite so far. If a girl walked past me and I got a waft of that, I would definitely turn around and go, oh, wow, she smells good. So there you go. I wouldn't call it sexy though. Like, it's not like a sexy kind of date night fragrance. It doesn't have like sex appeal, but it is like a really good signature kind of fragrance that you would wear kind of on a daily basis. I think that is really a really good one. Next we're going to go with Dior, Miss Dior Parfum. This is to be honest, this one gives me, it's a little bit generic. It smells like I've smelled this before a dozen times. And it's, to be honest, the similarities to the Poison Girl. They're both made by Dior. It's not as sweet or as intense as the Poison Girl. That's darker and more intense and, you know, different direction slightly, but there's some familiarity to it. This one feels almost like a lighter, less sweet, less intense style of that, if that makes sense. This is like a prettier kind of daytime version, maybe. I'm not sure. There's some kind of vibe that is similar in some way. This one, to me, smells youthful, like teenage, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19-year-old would pull this off better into their early 20s. I would think mid-20s, early 30s, this is, maybe it's going to smell a little bit too young, maybe. I don't know, that's the impression that I get from it when I think who might wear it. It's just very girly, like an innocent kind of girly smell. It doesn't smell like a woman to me, it smells like a girl. This one is a little bit more synthetic-y, kind of artificial smelling, which is not quite appealing, to be honest. It's a general kind of fruity floral smell that's very feminine but very girly and a little bit sweetened but not syrupy. Sweetened but not too syrupy. But honestly, I don't like it that much, to be honest. So out of those four, my favourite is definitely Coco Mademoiselle. If I had to pick a second favourite, it would be Chanel No. 5, as it dries down. That's it, kind of a first impression kind of vibe of a little handful of women's perfumes. just to give you my impression. Hope you enjoyed the video of me smelling along with these, and I will see you soon with another one. Take care, everyone. Have a good day. Bye.
Old man Harlem gives me Sunday headache, but that old man Harlem keeps me rolling.